This is Boston, one of the original British colonies in the US, and this is the city 400 years earlier. In the mid 17th century, over 5,000 acres of the Massachusetts Bay were filled in to accommodate a growing population. This massive project transformed the city into what it is today. The only problem now is that it's sinking. Buildings constructed on Boston's new land were and still are supported by wood pilings, thick wooden posts that extend deep into the ground. These pilings are able to last centuries if they are submerged under groundwater, but if the water table lowers, the sections exposed to air will rot. As these pilings decay, the land above them begins to sink, and the supported structures can develop cracks, uneven floors, and even the potential for collapse. Through excessive groundwater use and the construction of underground systems, Boston's water table is lowering, and with many impermeable surfaces, those levels are not really going up. The process of repairing a rotten foundation is known as underpinning, where rotten sections of wood are replaced with steel posts. This means the process takes months and typically costs the homeowner $250,000 to $350,000. In 1986, the Boston Groundwater Trust was established to monitor Boston's water table. The trust built over 800 monitoring wells across the city and records which houses are still supported by wood pilings, as well as their cutoff elevations. A building's cutoff elevation is the maximum height its wooden pilings extend upwards from a set reference height. If the water level goes below a cutoff elevation, that foundation is then exposed to air and is no longer safe. This is a graph showing average water elevations from 2004 to 2024, measured at different wells in Boston's Beacon Hill area. And while cutoff elevations can vary a lot, many range between 4 to 6 feet, meaning when the water table is below this line, many buildings are at risk of rotting foundations. There are also instances where cutoff elevations are drastically different, and for these two buildings in Beacon Hill, it means one is at risk of structural failure while the other is not. The trust dataset also shows what buildings have been repaired through underpinning, and with the price being so high, repairs have only really begun in predominantly white, wealthy neighborhoods like Beacon Hill. At what point the city should assist with funding is a question that hasn't really been answered yet, as the topic of public versus private is quite complicated. To help further prevent depletion of groundwater, the city has created the Groundwater Conservation Overlay District, or the GCOD, a zoning ordinance that sets certain requirements for new construction in at-risk areas. Those requirements are 1. The inclusion of a groundwater recharge system that helps rainwater infiltrate into the soil, and 2. A certification of no harm that ensures the proposed project will not deplete groundwater levels. Besides this policy solution, the city has not explored many other possibilities, besides the occasional green infrastructure project. Both permeable pavements and rain gardens are powerful ways to increase infiltration by allowing rainwater to seep through previously impermeable surfaces. With sea level rise also being a major concern for Boston, the city is in for quite a ride this next century. Enforcing current policies and expanding upon new engineered solutions can help protect the city from both issues and foster an equitable and safe community. Thanks for watching.